Hi friends, today I'm going to talk about the 8th house connection with 12th house, as one of you have asked me that, and it is very interesting, the connection between 8th house and 12th house. Since you all are into predictive astrology and you all probably know more than me, so I'm going to explain more esoteric side of it. When like people say how you can predict with esoteric astrology, but I personally feel how you can predict without understanding esoteric side of astrology. It is more important to understand esoteric side. Predictive is a branch of it, so I feel like that's my perceptions. You don't have to accept that if you don't want to, but this is what I believe. So I'm going to explain more on esoteric side of it, since you all are aware of exoteric side of it. So anyway, so 8th house is sign is Scorpio in Kalpurush Kundli. 12th sign is Pisces in Kalpurush Kundli. So both are water signs. Water signs are moksha giving signs. They are moksha houses. Moksha, yeah. So basically, to attain moksha, we have to go through lot of suffering. We have to go through lot of problems. We have to suffer our whatever karmas we have created in our previous lifetimes. We have to go to through the sufferings to settle those karmas. So water signs are not very easy signs. They are difficult signs. To attain moksha is very difficult. So those signs are the most difficult signs in a chart. So now if we talk about how they are connected, the Scorpio sign or the 8th house and 12th house connection, what is that? Though both have similar meaning, but still how they are connected to each other, I'm going to explain to you all through a story. Okay, so first let me talk about it. See, it is law of universe that every water feature in this on planet Earth, like a river, stream, whatever, it has to become one with sea one day. That is its destiny, that one day it has to become one with sea, part of sea, and lose its own identity. It has to be seen as sea only. Like agar Ganga, if suppose Ganga becomes one with a Bhavsagar, sign Pisces is Bhavsagar, okay, or Scorpio sign is deep dark water. So suppose it's a very big water, water, some water feature, big one, or some water, what they say, कोई pond है जैसे, या कोई भी बड़ा तालाब है, somewhere or the other it has to meet sea and it has to lose its own identity. Then kund hai, like a kund, so it has to become one day, it has to be part of sea one day. That's its destiny, and lose its identity. So similarly, all the water signs, Cancer is a very gentle one, but Scorpio is very intense, and Pisces is not intense, but it has lot of suffering, because it is the house of surrender, endings, and exit. So 8th house is what? 8th house is a house of death, resurrection, transformation, underworld, everything that is hidden and secret, what is illegitimate, what is extramarital or hidden physical intimacy. It is also of dhyan and sadhana, kundalini. It is also of chronic diseases in exoteric astrology. It is also of your gains through others, inheritances. But in esoteric, basically you can say, okay, it is also of loneliness, isolation, because it is about dhyan and sadhana, about kundalini. So you can only achieve that through going through isolation. You cannot have physical affairs, and you cannot have fun and all that, and you are mingling around, and then you can go through dhyan sadhana. For that you have to be following the path and certain rules. So basically when we are taking birth in physical body, when we are getting incarnated, our soul have goals, and those goals only decide our path. And that 8th house tells us that path. It talks about that path which will eventually take us towards 12th house Pisces, which is Bhavsagar, through where we will end and exit, you know. So 8th house is whatever your goal is. I mean, if it is of dharma, your 8th house will be very dharmically inclined, you know. You can see the dharma through 8th house. And if it is about adharma, you know, like suppose your goal is here to have fun, have physical pleasures, have intention to harm your enemies, have intention to hurt others, so your 8th house will be speaking of it. Similarly, your 12th house will be telling how you will how your soul is going to surrender, or it is going towards God. If it is surrendering to God, if it is on the righteous path, how it is going to exit. Suppose the destiny of 8th house says that this person have multiple gains in life, you know, this person will inherit from his or her family, this person will have best of everything, he's you know, he is someone who is blessed with everything. But still it will tell you that whether you know, the 12th house will tell you, if either 8th house will itself tell you that these gains are just there to show only, but it is not going to benefit him, they are just there just to show the world that he has all this, but actually in real life they will be of no use to him. This 8th house will also show, but the 12th house will definitely show that this person will be leaving this world alone, in sadness, in isolation, through diseases, whether he will get all the best comforts while he is leaving this world, whether he will have his family with him, whether he will go to a higher dimension or lower dimension. See, even if suppose 8th house is bad but the 12th house is good, that means we can say that this person has suffered a lot in this life, but his death will be good. He will be leaving this world in a very fortunate manner. He will get best of medical care, or he will be an evolved soul, he will be a yogi, he will be spending his time in pilgrimages, he will be bringing health and healing peace to others, he will be a yogi. So we all can see this through 12th house. But in some cases we can also see that in spite of having everything, he didn't get anything in life, you know, the he or she will not have any fun from whatever the benefits are. That's why some of the people we see, they are so rich and successful, they have everything, they have fame, they have, but still they have some sadness, something which is bothering them so much that they commit suicide. So these are those charts which are talking about that trauma. By right they shouldn't have ended it themselves, because I'm sure they are ending because they, some of them are very good souls, so their ending is very good also. Their 12th house is showing that when they will leave according to the will of universe, they will be taken care of, they are going to go to a very higher dimension. And 12th house is the portal between past life, this life and next life, it is the bridge, you know. So basically 12th house will show us that where that person is going, like from here when he will exit or she will exit, on which dimension or what kind of ending this person will have. On the other hand, if some people, if you see that their 8th house is very good, giving them a lot, but their ending is still be sad, but they will still have gains through that ending. They may die through chronic diseases, but they will have their family around them, they will leave a good name behind, like when 12th lord is going in good dignity in 11th house, so we'll have gains through that death also, you know. So this kind of thing we can see. Now if I would like to tell you the story of Karan and his guru Parshuram to explain 8th and 12th house. This is my way of understanding or explaining the connection between 8th and 12th house. Don't think that I'm saying that the Karan belongs to 8th house or Karan owns 8th house. No, he is 8th house matter, because he was born to unmarried mother. So the mother, so in kind of way we can say illegitimate, but he, I mean whatever the reason, we all know about it. So he was the son of Lord Surya. So nobody can be more regal than him, more royal than him, but he was called his whole life Sutputra. He had 5 younger brothers and he had mother, but nobody want to own him. He was brought up by a lower caste person, scheduled caste person, and in those days there was a caste system where the lower class people, the race was classified as upper class or lower class. So he was always called Sut Putra, the lower caste. He's coming from lower caste, though he was born with that gold kundals and the body shield which was of gold. He was born with it, and he appeared regal. Who can look more regal than him? He was having Magha Nakshatra. So basically he had everything. He was born a warrior, a brave person. Scorpio Lord is Mars, so he was a born warrior. He was very brave. I mean, if anybody can beat Arjun in the war, it was Karan. So Niyati was hitting him at every point. First, he was not allowed to learn from Dronacharya ji, because Dronacharya ji only teaches prince and princess, so he will only teach royal children. So Karan was not included in them, and Arjun was Dronacharya ji's favorite. He goes to Parshuramji because Parshuramji was a very brave and very strong warrior guru. He no one can beat Parshuramji. So he wanted to learn from Parshuramji. So Parshuramji is basically Pisces Lord Jupiter. He was his Jupiter, and Parshuramji also loved him a lot. But he loved him and accepted him as a Brahmin Putra. He didn't know that he is Sut Putra. And one day when Parshuramji was sleeping with his head on Karan's lap, one beetle came and it bite Karan, but Karan didn't move or didn't make noise or didn't try to kill that beetle, because he thought that my guru will get up. He's so tired, let him rest, because if I'll move and do something, he will get up. His sleep will be disturbed. So that beetle keep biting him and the blood started oozing out. So when his guru, the drop of blood drops on his face, he gets up and he says, what happened to you? So Karan says, the beetle was biting me, but I didn't kill the beetle or remove it because I was worried that you will get up. So Parshuramji was very intelligent. So he said that you cannot be a Brahmin Putra, because a Brahmin Putra doesn't have this kind of quality that it can bear so much of pain. You have to be someone else. Now you tell me, who are you? So he said that yes, I lied. I am a Sut Putra, but I wanted to learn from you, and this is why I hide my true identity from you. So Lord Parshuramji told him that because you have lied to me, now you will lose this knowledge when you will need it most. So this is also another times when he was hit by the destiny. So this is 8th house matter. He was getting death and resurrection. That doesn't mean just death of physical body. It is also when you get hit by destiny, that is also considered a death of 8th house. So he was again hit by the destiny. And then one time he was trying to save a cow from someone. He saw a demon is trying to kill a cow. So he shoot that demon, but instead of hitting the demon was just Rahu, an illusion, smoke. It hit the cow, and the cow was pregnant and it died. So the owner of the cow cursed him that when you will be fighting someone to save your life, the wheel of your chariot on which you are sitting and you killed my that child, innocent child inside this cow, same way this same earth will consume your wheel. It will go inside your chariot, will go inside the earth, and you will not be able to save yourself. You will die due to that. So this was again, he was hit by the destiny. And then when Lord Indra came to ask him for donation of his kundal and his shield, because they knew that nobody can beat him in the war. If Karan is having his earrings, that gold kundals and his body shield. So he asked, because he was a Dani, Mahadani, he used to donate a lot, so he gave Lord Indra. He say, like, what can be bigger than this, that Lord Indra, who is king of heaven, I mean, people go to him to ask for things. He has come to me to ask for. Anyway, I would not have denied you anything, but I'm so happy that I have got this kind of luck that you have come to ask me for something. And he gives him his kundal and his body shield. So Lord Indra becomes so happy with this daan that he give him his Brahma Astra, and he say, one time only you can use it, then it will come back to me. If you will, you only use it when you really need it. So he saved it for Arjun. But when Ghatotkacha, I think he was Bhimsan, one of them, he came and he was killing so many of Kauravas. So his friend, he was very devoted to his friend Duryodhan. So Duryodhan said, use that Brahma Astra on Ghatotkacha. So he has to use it. So that's why when he was like hit by destiny, even after having everything, even after having son as father, he was hit by destiny again and again. But his eighth house must be like that he will be remembered for ages. Like even on his last day, he requests to Parshuramji that you are cursed for one time, you release it, and you let me, when I go to fight with Arjun, please allow me to use my knowledge, because if I can only win when with your this blessing. So his guru came and said that let Niyati take over, let Arjun win. So it was sure that Karna is going to die, and this was the decision of this his destiny was like that he will be get hit by Niyati again and again. So he says that in this universe, until the planet Earth will be there, until this ye jab tak ye duniya rahegi, though Parshuram made the planet Earth Kshatriya Vihin, means no Kshatri he allowed to live. For 21 times he made the planet Earth Kshatriya Vihin. He said, though I have done that, but people will not remember me for that. People will remember me as your Guru. So he got blessing of his Guru, and this is why he is called Mrityunjay Karan. His name is Mrityunjay Karan. Krishna used to call him Radhe. I mean, he will call him Radhe only, he will call someone Radhe only when he has lot of love for someone. So he was very cherished, very loved, he got blessing of his Guru, but he cannot use what was given to him also. So this was his Niyati. But after his death also, for yugas, for so many thousands and thousands of years, until there is life on planet Earth, he will be remembered as, Mrityunjay. So the one who died is still he won. So Parshuramji is his Jupiter. So his connection must be like that his 12th Lord, must have gone to 11th house in very good dignity. So though he had, and probably 11th Lord gone to 12th house, and his 8th house could have been in bad situations, that in death also he has gains, but Niyati is going to hit him again and again. So this is what 8th Lord and 12th Lord are. 12th Lord, this is what 8th house and 12th house connection is. I hope you agree with me and you like this video. Take care. God bless you. Thank you. Bye-bye.